seems to have been kept to himself, trying to decide on possible next course of action.
Amazing. And there we can begin. So you're in... I'm going to say you're in the command room. The tech priest has been setting up the perimeter outside. Kane keeps talking to someone, asking you to walk away from the Vox link. There is this shimmering, flickering lumen above, a glowing yellow light. You're bathing in it as it reflects on the metal surfaces. It smells of promethium and cleaning agents. Vaughn walks down and rests on the wall. And that's where we can begin.
My first time in it's a place of action. This is where it all begins, is it not? From here we shall go and spread the mighty arm of the Inquisition to crush the Xenos mutant and traitor. How exciting!
See Morgan put down her book and basically look him square in the face and say, I see that your enthusiasm is not particularly spreading.
Oh, well, that is to be understood. I understand that there are some psychological torments that come for an extended period of service. I imagine that by myself might one day also have this sort of outlook, but that is not this day, my dear.
Kane, at this point,
So,
steps
are
down
you
from the platform, and he looks at Samakri. A worrying development indeed. Samakri nods and looks back at you. Yes. And he steps up to the Vox. You see him start to tune some of the levers slowly. You hear the hissing of the machine. A punch card pops out.
What's the worrying development?
Samakri looks over his shoulder. Your timing is grotesquely inconvenient. He swivels on his little bar stool. You wouldn't understand. The servos.
Well, I definitely won't understand if you don't explain.
See this? He points to the monitor. It is black with this deep yellow glowing binaric, and you see some text logs that just flow up to the screen way too fast to read. Are you seeing this?
Moving a bit too quick
of
me.
Origin.
I told you to get more implantments. Weil's shipments.
Okay.
Lucia
Just explain
Weil.
what they are.
These are Lucia Weil's logs. They are corrupted in ways that should not be possible. Someone erased them fast. And with intelligence. He points annoyed at the screen. Not Mechanicus. Not human.
Some sort of Xenos foulness, no doubt, then.
Eldar, man.
His augmented eyes sort of
Maybe.
swivel
Yes, that
around.
would.
His reddish eyes glow from underneath his hood. He slowly pulls it back. Perhaps. I require silence. I will try to find the source. He,
And retrieve the information?
You see him begin eagerly punching at the punch cards. And he,
Mayhaps I might be of some assistance. I have an interface post, and I do have some experience with reading about the different sort of Xenos especially Eldar type.
He fumbles with the wires, tons of wires sticking out from every monitor. He pulls some of them. Some of the screens go black. They're already lost. Only 3 logs remaining. Hurry. Someone is doing this off-world. We're hooked into the administrator mainframe.
Phileas walks over and starts tapping away.
Just plugs in directly through his interface port.
As you walk up to the monitors, you see him eagerly begin to hook up the wires. See what you can find. You walk up to the cogitator, and I want you to do a tech use test. You get a +10. This is finely crafted machine spirits. Maintained. Nice. Awesome. You begin trying to get into the logs before they're deleted. They contain some communication between someone, and you can do an insight. Let me see. Sure, I get this right. No insight. Inquiry. No, not inquiry. Hold on. Do a logic test at -20.
I can assist. So Morgan will walk over and basically just start going, that looks familiar. That looks kind of familiar. That looks kind of familiar. Is just highlighting, things to potentially.
One of the logs you recognize is the log from Senator Lester Holst's death. One of the councillors, the one who was killed. It mentions the half-man, half-xenomorph creature covered in blood that ran away unnaturally fast. The chancellery has been investigated by the Vigilites, the arbitrators. There are also mentions of senior wardens, the 4 senior wardens of the Dominion. All of these investigations of the Vigilites, apparently loosened from the Vigil records, are flashing on your screen. You retrieve them and store them as fast as possible. The 8 degrees or so. You're going to read an exchange between counselors that has been coded. They mention the ancient sin and the gilded lay of Askelios. There is a question. Everything is in code words, but you manage to put together who's communicating. They mention something called the Tower of Heeding. The Tower of Heeding. And one of the exchanges goes, we must eliminate anyone who has access to tuning. They can gain control of the Tower of Heeding, and our operation is lost. The Tower of Heeding is mentioned several more times. You find this in the ocean of text.
Phileas starts doing a search based on this Tower of Heeding.
You can do a security. No, you can do a decryption test, a cryptology test, or a security test at +10. So you're getting help to find the right logs and records, and then you're basically recovering them from being totally destroyed. And you might only find parts of the data, and you're trying to piece it together.
Arioclogos is trying to find keywords such as artifacts, cold trade, Xenos words.
Perfect.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but Philia succeeded the security with +7.
Seven levels of success.
Yeah, 7 levels.
You're going to basically uncover the entire dialogue of the Dominion. They mention the arrival of Deruli as very concerning. They are concerned that he will uncover the Tower of Heating. If he does, their operation will be over. They mention the hidden threat, that the Inquisition has arrived, and all of the Dominion, all of the counselors, the senior wardens of the Dominion, are planning to escape. They have already begun traveling off-world, basically beginning with their belongings. They are escaping. First to Pottergrim and then off to somewhere else. And they mention bringing the keys with them. These again are intercepted messages from the arbitrators, which the building was destroyed, if you remember. This is scrap code, just remnants of it that you managed to retrieve before it is all deleted.
Ariok tries to recover the origin points of these messages.
Oh, they're coming from the Vigil precinct. The Grand Bastion in the Sonar Regis. The origin of the original messages are not mentioned in the logs. So these are just stored by the Vigil.
If I remember rightly, says Phileas, I believe we uncovered the location of their retreat. It was one of the moons, Philotron?
Pottergrim.
I'll bring up yes, Pottergrim. I believe that was their retreat location, so we should, I think, maybe start moving there. I mean, we could, with this information, seek to arrest them all. But it may be worth trying to find this Tower of...
Master Samakri? Does this...
Samakri swivels on his chair, looks at you. Yes.
Let's see if we cannot dig up any information about this Tower of Heating. Let me enter into the data streams. Ariok,
looks at you.
He sends out his mind.
The Tower of Eating sounds profane. He retrieves your data slate and holds it in front of him. Looking at it, he begins plugging his MIU to the cogitators. You see him swivel around, his face light up with this blue-yellow light from the monitor. You see the symbols reflected on his skin and his metal. He begins punching away as he looks to you. The Tower of Eating. No mention in my logs. It must be a secret code for something else.
Or just perhaps the original name for something.
Perhaps.
The tar. Can you pull up Dorili's Apocrypha?
So my crew will.
And she's sitting there and scrolling through her data slate. There was something about a ritual that was being done at some tower. Could it be potentially the same one? And she's basically just sitting there talking to herself out loud as she's scrolling through ream after ream of reports. I know what he called. Whenever she actually sort of gets to the end, she's not actually sort of being able to actually sort of get anything. So she's going to actually pretty much just turn around to Kane and say, "Can we speak to Dorili?"
So Macri will look at you and raise an eyebrow. You told him to go into cover, to be protected. Do you wish to bring him out? He is a target to everyone on this world. They are using psychers to find him as we speak.
I would imagine so, but surely we can get... Surely that there is some way of doing even a drop, so that a dead drop, so that he can actually sort of... Surely he must have some way of contacting us.
He looks to Kane. If that is your judgment, do you agree? He looks to the rest of you.
It is a risk to bring this man out of hiding, but if he could lead us to this tower of healing, it would be most illuminating. Though, we should perhaps do another search upon all the towers upon this world to see if something that might fit the description we got.
Well, there is
Not
one
just the word
big tower.
We could move in strength against the tower. Because we know that that's their retreat point.
No, it's no point in actually bringing him out. The Tower of Healing could be anything. It could be a bunker, it could be a...
So we need to figure out what this Tower of Healing is before we even do anything about it.
I'm sorry. Please go ahead, Lord Alexandros.
Oh yes, we need to figure out what this Tower of Healing is before we randomly run out and use any type of force against the tower.
We might also want to look into the persons capable of tunings they're talking about. It might be talking about a psychic phenomena or some sort of a genetic match to allow access to the tower and its secrets.
Could reference Xenos, such as the Eldari. They sting.
Samakri raises an eyebrow. Tuning. He will begin opening data slates in front of him.
It might also be the ability to tune to a certain atmospheric frequency unique to this tower.
Most likely, if it's Eldari psychic, and perhaps some sort of psychic heeding could be some sort of psychic. Well, they could receive messages or warnings from which are received in the tower, thus the Tower of Heating.
Anyone can do a forbidden lore warp test. Forbidden knowledge warp. At -20.
Success with 4 additional.
You know, Morrigan, you remember 6 additional?
4.
4 at -20. So you'll remember that you've heard the word tuning used before by people using heretical devices, often of Xeno origin, to be warp bonded with devices that can operate perhaps great machines and so on. This tuning is something that Eldar learn and something they do with machines and technology. And there are rumors that humans can gain these same talents, of course, completely heretical. Wrong, but that is what is referenced here with tuning. They're worried that others have also gained the ability, meaning they have it.
Can I share this with the rest of them?
And this is in context with the Tower of Heating. Of course.
She'll share it with the rest of them and add that it could either be profane knowledge or it could be Xenos knowledge. I mean, what exactly are
Or both.
those Wraithbone dreadnoughts they use, or demon constructs?
Wraith Lord. Or Wraith Guard.
Either which way, I think we need to investigate this further before, well, and then call in heavier support, because as you'll look around the room, I don't think that we would be capable of taking on one of these things. So if it is got to do with psychic energy, there was a load of psychers being taken, or were imprisoned. So could they be the ones that are being bound to these things?
Quite possible. With the use of the xenotechnology in this world, I can see the council members trying to force people to learn the ways of the Xenos. Try to use their technology for themselves. So they would be forcing psychics to learn how to tune.
And those that fail, even though those that fail who have been exposed, could potentially become these creatures that they use as assassins.
There is technologies created by the Eldar, or one faction of the Eldar race, I believe they're the Dark Eldar, which do specialize in fleshcraft, and have been known to create all sorts of interesting monsters. So it could be also Eldar, these hybrids, whatever they happen to be, could be creations using their technology. So it is possible that it's still Eldar.
That would be a most worrying development of everything. Though I have a question. These psychics, were they those who have passed through the sanctioning of the Emperor, or are they ones yet to go on the trip on the black ships?
I believe that they're the ones that were be offered in tribute to the black ships. As
So
far
they
as I
were-
can remember, they were mutant in origin already.
So yeah. So these were just fundamentally the vast majority of these were just fodder.
We might be able to get a clue if
Kane
we
looks to
find
you,
out
Morrigan.
if they have any.
Perhaps you can use your powers to gain more insight.
And she'll look across at Alexandros and say, "Do you wish to assist in this?" I am
What
slightly
exactly do you
green.
plan on doing?
Kane
Well-
has an ominous smile. You get the impression that he wants to test your psychic powers, if you're in control of them or if you're beginning to lose control. He doesn't have a friendly approach when he says this.
Are you witnessing something incredible?
And what do you
Remember,
suggest,
by
Arch
Quill.
Professor?
I shall observe. Pry them with your mind.
What do you wish me to do, mate?
Look into the Tower of Heating. What do you see?
Okay, well, I shall attempt to find where the Tower of Heating first is. And she's gonna just sit down and take a few deep breaths.
Kane walks in front of you. You can hear his footsteps. He pulls out a small, almost looks like a wizard's rod or something, and he just bangs it on the metal railing next to you. Ding, 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 several times. Focus. Close your eyes. Remember their faces. The Dominion. See them. And you can either use your
Okay.
power, you can either use a power that you have, just plain, or you can use Sinitians at -30. Sorry, that's a -40.
Ryuk is, scribing this entire event in, live as
Kane
it is
will begin
happening.
walking around you, and he's just mentioning the names, the places, everything he knows, what it looks like.
Morgan reminds I will fixate on one of them, drowning out the rest, and we'll use Sinitians. Okay, I actually have an inspiration, so I'm going to re-roll that, and I'm going to use a fate point for a +10.
You see Kane looking around to see if anything is moving or if this goes well. He stares at her intensely.
So,
as he
with
closes
that-
his eyes.
So with the first attempt, you'll see her actually sort of sitting, and she'll grip hold of the table, and you can see her really pushing, and then what do you call it, just going, "Everyone, please," and we'll then close her eyes again, steady her breathing, and attempt it one more time. And this time you can actually feel the air go deathly cold. And you think you see it, but you're not 100% sure. In your mind's eye, you see what he called Morgan stand up and walk just like a blistering speed of light out through the door, but her body actually stays where she is. Yes, it is, and that's a success with 4 additional.
You gain an inspiration point. You also gain 4 influence. Kane looks at you. He holds a hand on your shoulder. Good. Well done, girl. You can see it, can't you? As you close your eyes, you begin to see clouds, dark clouds. They open and you see a huge, spiraling tower, blackened. At the peak of it, you will see these spirals of energy flowing out of the tower. You look up, floating up above into the atmosphere as you see this blackened night sky. You see the stars, and then you fly towards the moon of Pottergrim. Suddenly you see the Dominion Wardens. They're standing holding their heads looking at you. They have a terrifying bond with the tower. And the tower is the Pellucid Tower. You see them staring in the direction of the tower. All of them are bonded with it. And they take turns returning to Juno, to tune, and to get close to it. They linger for this, to be close to the gilded tome again. They're connected with something and communicating with someone. As Kane continues speaking, you see their faces one by one. They're getting slowly twisted in their dark mansions. Alone, they claw at their eyes with this horrific bond that they have made out of necessity. And you will see a huge glowing orb at the peak of the tower. They, when they leave, they take something with them. The keys. Each of them hold a key. The one who goes back takes it with them and operates the tuning device.
He's going to attempt to follow to see how it's done.
Do a willpower test. Add +10. You're doing well, girl.
You have to roll that again.
Looks down.
I'm using the inspiration.
Don't lose focus. Concentrate.
Success with 6 additional.
Morgan.
So what you'll be able to see is sweat now starting to pour down her face.
Morgan, you're almost there. Don't lose control. Kane holds her head, and you can see Morrigan's dirty skin, some sweat pouring down her face. She looks like she's dead, and he's holding her up by her hair. There's like sweat pouring down her forehead, and he just grabs a bundle of her hair, holding her up, as she almost falls to the ground. Morgan, you're standing in the room as the door opens. It is dark, and in front of you is a huge gilded tome. It illuminates the room. Someone walks inside. You see them walk up to the top of the Pellucid Tower, constructed impossibly long ago in the dark age of technology. It was constructed to be an impenetrable administration and military forge. You will see visions of these wide, brutalist bridges and slanted monolith walls. At the heart of the Pellucid Tower is a vast chamber. You feel the echoes of choirs of really powerful psychers, astropathic choirs, convening, arcane devices and sacred rituals. And at the top, the counselor committing a foul, profane ritual. He walks up to the gilded tome, and he's communing with something off-world. He walks up and holds it, and he kneels in front of the gilded tome. You see this powerful man, leader of the entire sector, representation of humanity, kneeling. As he kneels, you hear a voice in the distance. Do a Forbidden Lore Xeno test.
Failure -2.
Do a willpower test. You get a +10.
Failure -2. I'm going to use Fate Point on it.
Stay focused, American. You're still here with us. Hear my voice. Hear me.
Success with 2.
You can see Kane holding her up there here. You see the figure appearing across the room. It is an Eldar. He walks up to the counselor, kneeling. The Eldar will begin speaking, making subtle movements with his body. And do you have linguistics alone?
I do not.
Small wrists movements. You can hear some subtle noises. The counselor answers. He looks up and bows. It will be done. He kneels. The Eldar disappears in front of him. He
Does she know which counselor it is?
He walks up to the gilded tome and he retrieves 4 rectangular pieces. They look like they're made of stone. As he pulls them out, the room goes dark. You slowly pull back as if you're falling out of the window. He looks around and he looks straight at you. And you will hear his voice. He looks around. You can't see him anymore, but he's wearing a dark red and black robe with a gold trim. Dark red and black. He looks at you and you feel the shivers in your bones, and he says, "What are you doing here?" You immediately drop out and everything turns black. And you wake up. Kane leans down. Breathe. Holding your head up.
Phileas will come over and sort of perform a sort of medical check on her to see if there's any damage.
You will, as he comes over, push him slightly to the side, grab a pen, and basically just start scrolling on the table. What he called red and black robe, 1 person, 4 what he called 4 keys, pellucid tar, and then what he called basically trying her very best to actually sort of describe the movements of the Eldar's hands, knowing that they at least sort of are a bit like humans where they emote with their hands.
Could you try to recreate the word? The word!
Didn't hear the words. Or didn't understand them. It's
Do you
It's
not
not an
remember
exact
the
science.
sounds? For example, Eklirigia or Ethia.
Morgan, you
It's-
know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was real. This event happened. The counselor saw you. You appeared as a vision to him.
Well, it's not an exact art. It's more of a painting. Everyone sees different things, but what I can say is the counselor knows I was there.
Oh dear.
So whether this happened recently,
We are going to have to move.
in the past, or in the future is. I say again, it's more like a painting, so it could be in the future, it could be in the past, it could be now, but yes, as you are correct, we need to move on this.
Did you see any star?
Did I see any what?
The sky. What did you see the sky? Any stars, any constellations
Stars.
we could navigate by?
No, local system.
So, right, I see. Well, we
It's,
know.
it was the Pellucid Tower, and she'll bring up the map and basically go that one.
Okay, well, let's gather our equipment and get moving over there. We know it's the tower now. The Pellucid Tower.
And we
now.
also know that it is, one of the most heavily guarded places on the planet.
So the question is, how are we going to get in? And we could cause a distraction with an assault, and then try and get in another way, or at which point Phileas turns away, walks back to the console, and starts tapping away. He's looking for plans for the Pellucid Tower to see if they have done any sort of geological surveys or something similar.
You can do a knowledge Ascalon test at +10.
Would that be common or scholastic? Common. +10. Five degrees.
You know everything there is to know, and that is publicly available. There is there are various chambers built inside, and they're used to maintain the astropathic choirs and to maintain the operation of the sector. It is there's, and you also know from Duruli's stories. So Duruli is a sage that entered the Pellucid Tower a long, long time ago. That is the marginalia, his notes on this escapade, is what you've been following. He describes a honeycomb chamber beneath the Pellucid Tower, so it has been built out for generations and generations. It keeps growing and growing, and it stretches far out into the wilderness. It is impossibly big, and the underground beneath the Pellucid Tower is just lost and abandoned. These massive mazes. The Ordo Hereticus learned of the possibility of infiltration and dispatched several acolyte warbands to investigate. One of them went missing entirely, and Another stumbled across an unrelated plot to trigger a military coup. And the third, which Durilli was serving as a savant, found that there was regular and long-running intrusion by some unknown faction. Infiltrators that had access to the Pelusi Tower. And some reported that worked there that they disappeared through the walls, suggesting that they might be Xeno in nature. Other theories involved the prefect himself, or some form of mind control. There's a large effort to undermine these rumors and say they are conspiracy theories. The tower is sort of much rumor and speculation. The prefect and the councillors have access to the top parts. And it is of course heavily guarded by the Old Brood, the Planter Defense Forces.
Pardon me, I haven't exactly been able to go through all the records, but do we know who has been supplying this cabal with the psychers?
Which cabal?
The ones that are doing the tower, of course.
Are you asking me, or?
Ariel is just asking the room in general.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
I believe.
Go ahead, my dear. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's quite right. I believe it was the gentleman in charge of Cherigum, Elias de Varus.
Elias de Varus, yeah. Chalde.
And is he still a active member of this opponent of ours? Or has he been terminated?
No, he's not been terminated as yet.
Well, if we could take being a shipment and guards of Psychers heading towards the tower, we might be able to gain access. It would be a long
Perhaps,
shot, but it could get inside.
It's just that place is going to be riddled with guards. And
Well, if we go underground, they've stated that they can't guard every single entrance or exit. So, if we're careful, we should be able to get in unmolested.
There was-
but then the thing was built in the dark age of technology. I mean, we may spend our entire lives trying to find a way in.
I think you were able to locate the location with your powers. I think if you were to use your powers, you could well lead us to the location that we need to be.
So your records that you looked up showed there was 3 Alkalite parties that were sent. 2 were lost. 1 succeeded. Do we know where that succeeded party, what route they took?
The party of Durilli. He would
Yes,
know.
the party of Durilli.
You don't have access to that right now, but he would know. You have to really on the
We also-
Inquisitorial cruiser.
We also know that, well, it was Dorili's acolytes that caused this whole fiasco on this planet and this sector to begin with. So these are probably the descendants. So they've had thousands of years to plan for this. And if they're using psychic abilities and they have Eldar there, do you not think that they have taken that into account and put up psychic wards? Obviously localized ones, but you know.
Which is why
Did I get in or was I let in?
Posing as a psychic shipment might work to get us inside. After all, we'll just be another shipment of psychers. And their gods.
I think we have to be careful there, because we'd have to fake some kind of shipment, because they will not be, because they have retreated now, and they're undoubtedly looking to protect themselves. They could well not accept a shipment. They could just turn us away, though it is perhaps worth considering. But
how about this?
I think
Erioclastos, he goes forward and starts pulling up some things on the holovid. If we can find the local enforcers' video feeds of the area where you found the psychers that you retrieved, we can see how they sent out the shipments in the first place, how they were arranged, what sort of vehicles, the sort of people coming with them, any uniforms or signage they could have.
Okay.
And it's just a matter of copying and having a good liar at the wheel.
Okay. While that would be good, I think there would still be limitations on that, because, like I said, they might well be not looking for them. So I think, while we could try it, we've got to be aware that it could fail, and if it fails, we've got to be in a position where we can flee quickly.
Remember, my friend.
Okay. Also,
looking for persons capable of tuning in the log.
Okay, and they're getting that from a secure facility. Now, if a secure facility does, well, let's say it's going to have certain precautions, which means null colors for myself and Alexandros, which takes us out of any fight. Also, we don't have any null colors.
If we could identify one of these facilities and strike one of the caravans on the way, steal their... or fake having them perhaps instead.
We could definitely have a look to see if they're still running. There's a chance they're not running, but we can definitely have a look. But one way or another, we've still got to get to that planet. So let's go now, and we can sort of plan on the way and when we get there. How about that? Is that a good idea?
Sounds capital. Right,
okay. I think we need our Space Marine friend as well. I think I want to take him as well, just in case.
Awesome.
In this instance, I agree.
As you...
member of the famed Astartes. What an honor.
Well then, if you would just give me 2 minutes, and she's just going to go down to the med bay.
Yeah, I was about to say, anything you guys want to do before you leave, we could just talk out of character and jump out of character now, and feel free to go in character or out character or whatever you want.
Well, my character is just going to suit up again.
Awesome.
Pack his equipment away and get ready to move. Make sure he's got some fresh cells for his whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Hell rifle.
You have plenty of
Hell gun. Hell gun.
Yeah. In the mechanical bay, you open a little armory closet, and there's like lots of ammo, a few grenades, some leftover equipment, even a crafting bench.
I will take a frag, 2 frags, and 2 cracks, just in case. Can I suggest that someone takes some melter bombs, preferably stronger than me?
Nope.
Take some melter bombs.
There is one melter bomb.
How much do they weigh? I'm not
Okay.
strong, but I can come carry if you have.
Alexandros is also going to the mechanical bay, but he's going to be cleaning his bionics for a extended trip. Make sure they're usable.
Yeah.
And the last thing you'll hear over the comm before Morgan goes down to fix herself up in the medical bay is a melt-a-bomb. Do you have any idea how big those are?
Yes. That's why I said I wasn't going to carry it.
This is a bit heavy, but I think I can handle it if I don't put on too much weight. Eric also getting the melter bomb. He's gonna head over to whatever archives this facility has and try to find any, writings or data on the was it the moon of Peril? Filigree.
Petergram.
Which you're going to? Okay, cool. You can do a knowledge Ascalon sector, which is a common lore test at -20.
Yes, I shall be using my infused knowledge
to find any more information than you already have.
So I will pop down to the med bay as well and assist our psyker with anything medical related. Hopefully I won't completely screw it up like I did last.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and do any downtime that you want, including requisitions. Alright.
Oh, there we go. 4 degrees of success.
Ooh, wonderful. Well, Pottergrim is owned by the sector prefect. It is owned by the prefect, so the prefect has control of. But it is managed by the Dominion dynasties, with their own resident army of old broods. So the prefect has gifted some old brood armies to the Dominion for them to have their own dynasties there and to grow their generational power and wealth. Thousands of servants attending to the needs of the inhabitants. They maintain this flow of resources to and from Juno. There are occasional expeditions and retreats held by the nobles, open to visitors who can afford it. So the planet is open to any visitors that can afford to visit. And it maintains this impression of a living planet. And occasionally you will hear of runaway servants or rival dynasties try to establish a new home in the wilderness. They have terraformed this vast wilderness, and there is an effort to import Xeno species for hunting and for sites. And anyone who enters this wilderness often meets an early fate in the mouth of one of these ancient beasts. The noble houses and even a night house, as well as the Dominion members, have their own almost countries where they have complete control and authority. The spaceport is owned by the prefect, so there you have neutral old brood gods. PDF. Anything beyond that is owned and patrolled by the Dominion members. It used to be a moon, and it is like there are constantly projects to terraform it further, make it more vast and beautiful. I'm gonna say we can do the process of you leaving. If is there anything else you want to do here before you go? Anyone?
No,
Cool.
No, I rolled for Medicaid, and I've actually succeeded this time. So,
Nice. Who's getting more wounds?
well, I was going to make a Medicaid roll for our psyker, because she's obviously taken a bit of a beating. So, I was going to do what I can to assist her.
I have already done me. I'm up to 14.
Awesome. As you approach the port in Vesuna Regis, I'm going to assume you're driving. I want any of you to roll a disguise test. And you can decide what you travel as. You're obviously not going to travel as agents of the Inquisition, so it will be something else. What is up to you? And you're driving in the car as you decide.
Well, for Echiot and I, he can be a lawmaster and I could be a scribe.
That would be a very fitting sort of delegation of roles.
Not that fitting, but okay.
And I was not talking about our abilities more than I have the appearance of a senior Lord Terror while you are fairly young, my friend.
Yes. Anyway, yes, that will do for us, but I don't know about the rest of you.
Well, alternatively, we could have you pose as a young Imperial noble out for a vacation or something. I could be your harangue teacher forced to go along with your Wiles. Alexandros could be your bodyguard, and Morgan could be, well, your exotic
You'll see her raise an
companion.
eyebrow.
Oh, your herald. The voice box would make for a good one, I think.
Or just a servant. Either way. Yes, well, I'm not that. Yeah, I think I should be able to try and pull that off. If I pretend to be the noble and you the rest of my pack of servants, then that may work. I
could be the noble.
Do you know High Gothic?
And she's just going to go back to reading her book.
Okay. Phileas smiles somewhat smugly and says, "Yes. Okay. So, and I'm going on. You said something about hunting. I could sort of pretend to be a hunter or something."
To which she'll hear Morgan go.
The moon has created a very vast network of hunting exotic locales where you can hunt beasts both from humanity's vast experience and all those from Dina.
Indeed, just as long as they're no bigger than your hand, eh?
So they can sometimes eat entire hunting parties alive.
Don't worry, that's fine. That's why everyone else is here.
So you can go as a noble-born,
Well, I am a highborn.
spoiled. Well, you get to act as more of your highborn roots and be on a hunting trip.
So, well, yes. For the purpose of this.
So we are in agreement then. We shall
Yes.
be the escort of a noble brat.
And I will clear the Ultramar symbol out off black off from my armor, so it looks obvious that it's there.
Okay. Well, as long as they don't ask to see your shitting ability, we might be able to pull it off.
If they're looking to see my shooting ability, we're all in trouble. I'll be first to admit that. Well, actually, you say that, but I'm sure there are plenty of nobles who can't hit the broadside of a barn door, particularly after the amount of alcohol they're imbibing. So I think I'll most probably be all right. It'll be quite good. Anyway, so that should be okay. Right. So, well, let's go then.
What about our friend here? The big 6'8" guy?
I mean, 8-foot guy.
8-foot guy. If you, the Space
Brother
Marine
Theos.
can be,
Hiding in the back.
yeah. Good luck with that. What? I think he could currently be in service to the family. What do you think? Do you think that's going to work?
Oh,
It could work, though we might want to make you a scion of some far-off a rogue trader house in that case.
Okay. Any ideas? I'm going to quickly draw on my vast knowledge of rogue traders, which infused knowledge.
Sorry.
Nope. Can't think of one. Can't think of a rogue. I can't think of a rogue trader.
Oh, we can always go with House Telerion. They're from the Cabarius sector in Segmentum Solar.
Right. Is there not one in the Ultramar sector you know of?
Well, there could always be the Ferdilian dynasty. The Mexican is, of course, a natural choice. They have plenty of science of doing all sort of rowdy things. Quite famous.
and how do you explain the Death Watch armor?
I don't. I just say he's working. He's in service. Well, actually, we're going to hunt Xenos. So that's the best I've got.
Based off the records we received, they're aware of an Inquisition presence.
Well, I'm
We have
all
an
ears.
Inquisition
You want to
Death
come up with
Watch
a suggestion?
Astartes.
I'm
Send
always.
them back to the cruiser.
Or we hide them in cargo.
Do you wish to tell him that?
Well, we can always ask this. No harm in it, I believe.
Necessary.
Erioclotos approaches the Astartes. Excuse me, Lord Astartes. Would it bother you too much if we tried to disguise you as cargo?
You will be informed that the Astartes have their own way of reaching Patagram. You don't.
Okay.
You don't need to concern yourselves with that.
Problem solved.
No problem at all then. So, let's just hope it's not a drop pod assault. Anyway. Okay.
At the point we use Brother Theos, no subtlety will be needed anymore.
It's true, actually. That's very true. Though they have been known to be stealthy in their own way. After all, they do have the scouts. Anyway, enough of this.
All right, you finally arrive at Capina Gate. As you step out of your vehicle, having arranged everything with the Inquisition. Which Inquisitional agents are you bringing with you, if any? You can bring with you 2, including Varn.
Yeah, we'll take him.
Mm-hmm.
And just to actually sort of say, just as basically we were to get onto the actual vehicle, you'd hear a rather disturbing of bones misshaping and then reforming. And whenever you actually sort of look back at Morgan, she actually looks like a normal person, a nondescript human.
Nice. So you can bring with you some Acricorpum, the tech priests, in your chambers. The agents that you have available on the planet right now, of them, you can bring Llewellyn. Llewellyn is a sister of battle. You could bring Zaul. Zaul is a legate investigator, very knowledgeable. You could bring Tetricus, an abhuman. That's all you have available. You have 3 agents died in one of your operations, so that's all you have remaining. A sister of battle, an investigator, the very powerful abhuman.
I would vote Tetricus.
Is the abhuman
yes.
Is the abhuman an ogre?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Your bodyguard.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll do.
That'll do. Okay. Tetricus will be arriving at Capena Gate, joining you. You see this mountain of a man. He is tall. He has these wires going around his neck, and he's smoking a low stick. Standing by the gate as you arrive, he puts out the low stick. And
Also the tech priest as well, because I want him there.
absolutely, the tech priest is with you. So
Good.
you have some Acri as well. As you walk up to Tetricus, he nods. Alright then. Everyone accounted for. We're leaving in 30 minutes. Let me know if you need any help to carry that. He looks down at whatever you're carrying. Begins picking it up.
Actually, yes. And I just give him a bag to carry because he's supposedly my guard. I'll say, just for the purposes of this mission, you're my guard. Just to let you know. And I'm the road trader, merchant of the Ultramar segmentum.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the rogue trader.
Well,
I'm a sire of the house.
the sire. Yes.
So, I'm
Important man.
a sire.
Important man.
And Morgan will just go up, put another packet of glue sticks in his top bucket, and just give him a pat on the chest and say, just sort of shake her head and in a rather sort of apologetic fashion, and then just, what do you call it, will disappear off and grab her stuff.
Wonderful. Boarding the
You
shuttle.
are quite specimen of the ogres up there. Have you been tied on you? It's nice to meet you.
Awesome. You'll be arriving to the station. It is a shuttle flight. The first boarding pressure at Visuna Regis spaceport is a vigil checkpoint. You all walk together. It is dark. You walk up this long platform. And as you arrive, you can smell burnt promethium. It is cold. There is a cold wind coming from somewhere. You walk up the ramp and you see the vigil there, scanning people that are arriving one by one. 2 vigil officers with facial recognition cogitators sweep the line. People walk up in lines. You hear murmuring ahead of you. Increased security. One of their devices is glitching. You can see a riot prod in one of his hands. Any of you can attempt a stealth test to sort of represent the group and walk in front and seem unassuming. You get a +10.
Okay, I'll roll then. It was a +10, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Here, I suppose it makes sense that I'm at the front. Here we go. Oh, phew, we did it. It worked. Phew. Phew. Quite well as well. 3 levels.
What do you do to represent the group and to make this seem natural?
Oh no, my character is leading the way because his chest is puffed out with the Ultramar signal on, and he sweeps past the guards as if he makes no effort to hide himself, as if why would he need to do that? I'm a noble. I'm a sire of a rogue trader house. So he just sweeps past them as if they are nothing with his entourage on tow. So he's trying to act the piece and act as if he's got nothing to hide. So, and thus not to draw attention to himself because he's not acting suspiciously.
Fantastic. You walk past them, and one by one, you slip through. And Morgan, please do a willpower test. Not drawing attention, but genius.
Success +2.
Fantastic. You walk through and you just close your mind off, as if you're not here. You sense someone trying to reach for you, someone trying to read your mind. It doesn't work. You walk right past the checkpoint, one by one being scanned. Nothing. You walk into the hangar, awaiting the shuttle. And you will hear these doors creak open. And you begin boarding the ship one by one. Anyone can roll a random event die, please. That is a D100. First one to roll is the one that counts.
Thanor?
Ooh,
I rolled the last one, so I thought let someone else roll one this time.
very nice. So, as you step on board the ship, you manage to stand there. Someone watches this noble step in, and you all look very unique. So they assume that this is your retinue. These are your servants. These are your servants. The ogre carries things for you, and he bows politely when you look behind you. And you carry this natural authority. The vigilites inside just naturally bow as you approach, a little hesitant at first. Then they seem friendlier and friendlier. You manage to spend a little time in there, and any of you can do a deceive forgery test. You get a +20 to this. You have plenty of time. Basically, there is these public chambers you can step in, or you can step into a private room. This cruiser is quite big, or ship is quite big. If you want, you can use a commerce test to try to reuse your resources to stay away from trouble.
I will use my commerce check to do that.
Amazing. So that's a +10 commerce. Basically able to chat them up and move through.
Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I think that works. I have a feeling that works.
Yeah.
My character wows them.
You can
with
do
a
a +70 influence test.
blast.
+70 influence test.
So yeah, another 7 levels of success.
Oh my god.
I would have succeeded without it. Yeah, check me out.
So, step into the room that you've been granted, and as the door opens, you just see this unbelievably beautiful room. Many of you have never seen luxury like this before. You step in and you see the moon above. You've already hovered quite far above the planet. There's a fireplace, chairs, tables, drinks on the table, a warm carpet. You step inside and you feel the room just enveloping you. Soft music begins playing in the distance. It's this beautiful, tingling sound. You hear the reverberation of the machines and the engines in the distance. You're far away from the rabble and the workers and all the people you saw in the main hull. As you walk around, everything feels soft. There's silk surfaces. You look out these massive windows as you're slowly hovering towards Pottergrim. All of you regain.
Phileas smiles.
Sorry.
Thank you. I was going to say, Phileas just smiles, pours himself some wine, grabs an hors d'oeuvre or a snack, and sits there watching the moon.
Morgan will be... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, carry on.
Alexandros truly have never seen this amount of decadence. Kind of just like wanders a little bit, looking at everything, hesitantly like taking some food and drink. Doesn't know where to sit down because he'll dirty it with his just his armor. It's like feels weird.
Phileas turns and says, please take advantage while you can, ladies and gentlemen. You most probably won't get much chance to do this again in a while.
Yes, it is quite above my normal station. I have read of these things. This might be Kernian fur, even. Very rare indeed. Oh, and they sort of vintages. These are from worlds long lost, I think, even. This is, yes, the world that made this wine has been lost for 15 centuries.
You see the soft grab couches, private lumen, filtered air. There's even a servitor attendant, programmed for etiquette. He greets you and bows. You pass other passengers, minor nobles, wealthy administrator auditors. You have the top rogue trader suite. You hear a distant voice. Priority passenger transfer. Do not leave your compartment. And you will see a ship roaring past you on the window in front of you. Silently.
As the ship goes past, you'll just see it sort of light up the side of Morgan's face, who's basically just sitting on one of the chairs with what is basically essentially a grape in her hand. And it's basically just turn it over and turn it over and turn it over. So it is, you all know that basically her mouth is sewn shut, so, but she's staring at the grape rather intensely.
If you want to taste it, I'm sure the servitor can grind it up for you.
She'll basically just shoot him a glare of death.
Actually trying to be nice. He's actually serious. Anything you want, the servitor can do. Just ask him. And I will continue to drink. And I will help myself to another hors d'oeuvre.
You sit there in luxury. The shuttle begins breaking through the atmosphere of Pottergrim. You will begin to feel shaking, having spent quite a while there. You have 2 days of downtime to do anything you want.
Well, I'm going to definitely take advantage of the various facilities and of the fine food.
You can chat up nobles. You can procure things, attempt commerce.
I will
mingle.
But I will be mainly interested in information. So, I will first of all, I want information for our cover story. So things like the hunting and where I might go. Preferably hunting grounds on or near the tower, and who owns that land.
The
and
tower
also
is not on Pottergrim. The tower is on Juno, but the councillors are on Pottergrim.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'll be walking around among the commoners, seeing them sitting there in their filth. You perhaps look down on them as you walk past. You chit-chat and gather information, general information about Pottergrim. Try to get as much word information as you can, and you can do a inquiry test at nothing plus 0. Inquiry.
Jesus, 5 degrees of success.
Very nice, very nice. You'll hear of Lucia Weil's hunts. She hunts constantly. There is a Mechanicus base on the planet. Some of the tech priests there are talking about how they cleared the sections of the jungle. These huge metal walls have finally been constructed. The outer wall is impressive. Military turrets and auger dishes. They speak of, you hear talk of the Vigil getting an increased presence on the planet. There is also an Old Brood base, as well as the Escalion Trade Combine. Then there are all the estates of the councillors. You try to pry into specific councillor estates to learn about them. And so you have Thort, you have Domus, Holston.
Are there any...
Domus, or Weil herself.
The knights...
Or De Vries.
Right. I want information on Weil because she's the main conspirator, but also I would like information on the knights in the area as well, because if we need to call upon someone, because they're the only fairly neutral party here that we can call upon if we need heavy firepower.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you want me to roll for Weil?
You can roll Scholastic Lore. Let's see here. There it is. Common Lore Imperium at plus 20.
6 degrees of success.
Oof. So you're looking into Lucia Weil for her estate. Looking to get information on it. Okay. You'll be hearing from former workers, and people have seen it. She maintains these huge gardens. There's also a service hangar. She has ships of her own private army. There is you try to pry into this, and you're lucky to meet some people that have worked on her estate. You catch up a conversation as if you know her, as if you're going there to visit her, and drawing this information out of them. They seem like they want to impress you. Do any fellowship tests. Command, charm, and you get a
Right,
plus,
okay,
plus 20
so
on this. Plus 20.
I think, what have I got? Fellowship. So it was charm or command, wasn't it?
Intimidate, charm, command, deceive. Deceive.
Yes, they're all the same. Charm, command, and deceive, they're all the same for me. So I will roll a charm roll with a plus 20.
Plus 20.
Because I'm amazing.
Can anyone help me?
Oh, no, I failed that one.
You have an inspiration point? From getting
Oh, that's true, actually. I will re-roll that then. Good idea. Thank you for the reminder.
Can anyone assist him?
That's a good point.
Yeah, Ariel can actually, accompany you and assist you.
All
As
of
your,
Actually-
you stand there.
old
Look,
teacher.
look as he gallantly explains how he's going to visit Lucia.
I hated you, see you, my good lord, the scion of House American Vilios.
Okay, that's fine.
Awesome.
I can rope him in, bring him in, and then he can listen and bring up relevant points. Because I'm sure he has some knowledge. So, is there a bonus if I use him to help me?
He can do it instead. You can
Okay,
elect,
then-
you can elect someone else to speak.
No, that's fine. I will try again with because I'll use a fate point too.
Are you sure?
Not a fate point.
There might be
the
someone who's more skilled at it.
what charm is. Is anyone else more experienced than me at this?
What, rolling failure for charm? Yeah.
Anybody can try this basically if you have a high fellowship roll to try to make it seem like you know the place.
So
I can't help.
okay, I will just I'll use not a fate point, but the
Inspiration point.
inspiration point. Thank you.
Awesome.
Actually, yeah, I'll use my inspiration. And I will try again.
Remember, you can only have one inspiration point.
That works. That's better.
So this guy is sitting and is just talking about the decorative elements, leave some to be desired, and then you just go in and correct, or it's up to you, but you seem very impressive to him. Like you know every part of this place, and you even guess right a couple of times. Oh yes, the urn on the platform. Oh, it has fallen and smashed, and the garden is always unkempt. Yes, the garden. It's annoying. You know everything about the static water features and the planetary art installations. As you mention them, he just peeks up and looks at you. Yes, I spotted them once through the windows. Quite impressive. There are several omnidirectional Vox receivers there. Also the fountain, concealing the underwater drones. There are many things that are not as they seem. He goes up and begins explaining how the walls of this black, sleek black defensive perimeter functions as an electromagnetic pulse sensor. But there is some weakness to it. If someone walks up with the appropriate technology and so on, what if they did that? And you gain a lot of insight into the layout of her estate, as well as a chamber below the second gate. You also gain like a general layout and learn a little bit more about her estate.
Okay.
as you walk around in this trade hub, there's this glow from the ceiling. They create artificial light, making it seem lively and as if you're in daylight. Warm and damp, you smell oil as you wade around in this dirty water. There are stalls, traders. Does anyone else want to do anything before you arrive? Okay. Then,
Eric is going to look into. Eric is going to look into befriending other long-suffering elderly companions of nobles. Basically, the babysitters of the rich and powerful.
They could just be law masters or sages.
Yeah.
You could pick on those. I'm going to be right back.
Fantastic.
While other people do stuff. Be right back.
And yes, feel free to. And what do you want to do, Eric?
Basically, I identify the ones who looks like, old teachers that are, annoyed at their out of control charges, struck up, friendly conversation, common sufferings. Oh, these nobles, they don't know the hardship that is needed to truly capture knowledge. They waste our time. But if we can even teach them one thing, it becomes worth it in the end, my friend.
Awesome. What do you want to accomplish?
Basically, sort of create a contact network of, so I know a bit more about who's coming to the planet, who's here.
Who's coming to the planet? Who's arriving? If there's any special events, or to gain insight into estates, or
exactly.
Okay. You can basically choose what you want to roll for this. You have a lot of knowledge rolls. What are you looking into? So just choose any.
Well, I could look and use the scholastic lore legends to see about, the legendary happenings, legends about the place.
Fantastic. You get a plus 20 to this.
I also get another plus 10 because of my implant.
Ooh. Okay, let's see. So let's say plus 30.
Yeah.
I succeed on a 93. That's so silly. So, there's an ancient legend. An ancient legend of the beast of the green expanse. There are often hunts arranged on the planet, and there is a rumor of there are many apex predators, but there's rumor of a throne fang apex, which is a massive, six-limbed predator that moves unnaturally fast. It stays away from humans almost perfectly. Some say that they have seen it. These things are imported from other worlds. It has hide that lets it reflect any material it's on. It just looks like this gleamy, wetly surface of the forest in the filtered sun. It is completely resistant to all but the most precise shot. Some say that you can hear this thrumming sound, and you feel the vibration in your boots, and then it's just suddenly over. This thing is brought in from an alien world, and it is horrifying. There are also rumors that the nobles on the planet import Xeno artifacts and items that they use to keep the population in control. You hear people talking about this legend and how they hope they're not going to encounter it. And in the process of that, you will learn a lot about the general fauna of the world, and there are these thick jungles. It is overly terraformed, so it's like extremely fertile, and it just keeps growing, and the forests have overgrown. The roads are carefully patrolled. It is possible to get through the forests. There are occasional paths, and there are even people that worked with the nobles that create their own outposts and their own bases in the wilderness. And again, they're thriving among these masses of Xeno creatures brought in from other worlds.
How very interesting.
I'm going to say you have time for one more activity. Whatever any of you want to do.
Alexandros, do you want to do anything?
Reminder, if you use commerce, you can basically, if you get degrees of success, you can get a requisition test with that many degrees of success. So if you get a plus 30 on your commerce, you get a plus 30 to your requisition to get an item.
No, I don't have anything to do right now.
I have a quick question. A bit earlier,
Mhm.
you were trying to say something, Garlic, but you were sort of drowned out. Something about regaining something. I didn't quite hear what you said there earlier.
The fate points?
Yeah, so we regained a fate point. Is that it?
Oh, in the when you arrive to the room, you regained an inspiration point.
Ah, okay. Is inspiration point, is that a party thing or is it individuals?
It is individual. Sorry, I haven't explained it to you yet. So each player has an inspiration point, and you can only ever have one. Even if I give you multiple again and again and again, it just stays at one until you use it. Then you have to wait. You can use it to reroll anything that doesn't deal damage.
Cool.
So whenever he was, whenever he was actually describing the Xenos base, the terror in the green, or basically Morgan is just gonna lean forward and ask, can he describe it at all? Has anyone actually seen it and lived, or
They say
how does it kill?
a six-legged beast. It hides, protects any material it lies upon. Completely resistant to anything but the most precise shot.
There are hunts organized by Lucia Weil herself. Nobles are brought in, and this legend is used as a way to draw them in. Not only that, there are hundreds, hundreds of different species.
Are they talons?
No one knows.
Is it how?
They speak of fangs.
If Lucia Vale hosts these hunts, is she hosting a hunt soon?
Yes. Yes.
And the last thing Morgan will do is just look across at Phileas with a rather concerned face. Says, looking at what he called the bones round his neck. Says, and then we'll just slide back into the crowd.
Awesome. Alright. Then I'm going to assume that's your time on the ship. Okay. So, you will wake up in your room. Hear the thunderous noise of the atmosphere breaking. You're approaching Pottergrim, and you will see a vast green world in front of you. It is beautiful, unlike anything you've seen before. You see this bright white mist covering as you begin to descend a swampy landscape. It's in the midst of hills and wetlands. As you slowly descend towards Port Eta Gamma, hundreds of floodlights illuminate antenna, and you see landing platforms on the roof of the metallic megafort under you. The machines roar as the reverse thrusters kick in. There is a electric perimeter wall keeping natural prey away, and you will see bright green trees and bushes in the vast distance. And you begin to see ships taking off, small landers, local ships to the planet. You will also see various old brood detachments, insignia painted on the walls, old brood guards, even vehicles, heavy attack vehicles. And the ship lands. We're guided out. As you walk out, you will walk past the same two men scanning you once again. They stop you as you try to walk off the ship. And this time, there's no way to evade the scans. Unless you want to try to do something.
Okay. If they're getting in my way, I'm going to say, "Get out of my way! How very dare you! Do you know who I am?" So on and so forth, and just get very belligerent and very angry with them that I'm being delayed, and how very dare they? Can I make some sort of command roll?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So this is going to be a hard test, but you use your authority. They know you from before. You can take it at flat. The challenging one.
Flat roll. Okay, here we go. Can I have what's the bodyguard behind me? Step up and sort of trying to intimidate them, sort of like as if sort of lean over them, trying to intimidate them. So
yeah.
Can I have a bonus for that?
Yeah. So Tetricus will walk up between you and them, and he's just looking at one of them. Whoa! And as you walk past them, you create a little bit of a scene.
So, do I need to roll anything, or no? Or can I just
intimidate, right? Or what was it you were trying to?
I was command, and I was just going to use him to assist. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Let me just roll this command and see how we view it. I failed. Right, I'm going to use a fate point to re-roll that because this is very important, and I don't want to fuck this up. So let's try that again. Oh, please don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me twice. Oh, I succeeded. We're through.
The Vox speaker above you crackles. Welcome to Patagrim. Declare purpose. Declare cargo. Do not wander without escort. One of the vigil steps up towards you. His scanner beeping. Doot. State your business. And
I'm on a hunting trip. Obviously. This is my bodyguard and these are my servants. Must you delay me any further?
a line of pilgrims come trudging behind you, some of them praying. Bless you, bless you. You see his robe sort of rubbing up against you, it's dirty. And you can hear this heavy industrial crawler lumbering past you in front of you. The desert sand kicking up, whipping up against the armor of the vigil. He looks at you, and you just give him this deathly stare. He takes a look at your papers. The wind blows, and you can hear this rustling of sand as he struggles to keep the parchment flat. He reads it, carefully looking up and down at all of you. Go ahead. And he pushes you past him.
I snatch my papers back and walk on as if, how dare he even delay me, commoner.
Amazing. You regain a fate point. If you have
Thank you.
My dear apologies, good sirs. The young lord is very excited for this trip.
And he walks, and then yeah. So he walks on.
Fantastic. As you walk past them, the forge clearance flickers. You see one visitor lingering a little bit, walking closer to you. Then it just stops. The checkpoint is straight ahead. You walk around a corner. Then you find yourself in the main chambers, the station. You will. You basically have like a terminal map of the base itself. The station is. And do you want to come? Do you want to stay here? Try to get some kind of vehicle. Anything you want to try to procure here. They of course have vehicles you can buy or rent, and all kinds of services you can imagine.
Well, a vehicle would definitely be useful. Can any of you drive? Still playing a role.
Having
I have.
learned everything about the world, the first thing you will look at and study is the map of Polygon. You now know all locations here, including the houses, pretty precisely where they are positioned. And you have arrived at Port Itagama. On the one side of the world that is populated. And you can use the measuring device to calculate approximate distances. On a land, assumed to be a land vehicle.
I presume Vigil Lodge and Old Brood Base are hunting lodges.
The Old Brood Base is literally a fortified base, so you learned about that when you were traveling. The Vigil Lodge is doubles as a storage for the hunts, absolutely. It is also the home of the Vigil, which is the arbitrators, basically an arbitrator base.
And the Ecclesiarchy Puritans.
They have their stations to the northeast, far up north.
You heard about the Ecclesiarchy here. There's you don't know much about it. You didn't really look into it much, but it is quite a recent thing. Their presence has grown on this planet. I'm going to say you're standing in the corridors of the port, looking at this as you watch the reflection of the sunlight outside. Vast wilderness.
Given the distances involved.
Perhaps, we should attempt to find a lodging so we can prepare for the hunt. get a lay of the land before we actually set out.
This is a good central location, so that makes sense. Let us find a place to stay. Enough for all of us, with appropriate quarters.
Fantastic. And any of you can roll a random event die. A D100. Been dodging on my
I think it's my turn.
Let's see who that goes.
26.
You guys are rolling well. So your alibi sticks, and you're walking around. Everyone starts to get to know you. The guards recognize you. They watched you as you walked off the ship. You've now gained a reputation. You carry yourself well. The whole group hangs together, and you look authentic. And you're going to be able to get access to both a vehicle and a place to stay. So please roll an influence test, and you get a -10 on this.
Oh dear.
It is difficult to use your influence there. You don't have much to pull
right.
on without using it.
So, where am I?
You can do a
Because
commerce
I have-
to try to increase it.
Can I have contact network, which, when it comes to provision, getting requisitioning, I can use my fellowship instead of my influence.
Perfect.
Could-
Well, that fits
could-
perfectly in this situation, so go ahead and do that.
So, I'll use fellowship then. I
And
shall
you can
use
still
that.
use commerce to increase your chances.
I will attempt a commerce first.
Nice.
So, here we go. Let's try this commerce. Try that.
You get a +20.
2 degrees of success. Right, so fellowship roll with a +20. And I will 3 degrees of success.
Phileas, you make a big scene. What do you do to get this?
Now my character is, my character in this situation, while he does want an impressive place, he also wants it to be very functional and quite useful. So he's going to use his influence to pick out something, and rather than just be foppish about it, he's going to act like quite professionally and try and get a proper, decent place where he can plan, and a decent rugged vehicle. So it is still entirely in concert with his cover, but he is trying to get stuff as useful as possible. So things with network, a network, so he can get in contact with the local net, and the tech priest should be able to plug into and maybe do his bit. So he's looking not top notch looking, but make sure it's got all of the nitty gritty facilities that he knows he's going to need.
Right.
So that's his main request.
Fantastic. So you're going to get a room that is basically like a mechanical maintenance room. It has a cogitator, all kinds of repair workbenches, all of these things. And there you go. As you step inside, there are bunk beds, ladders leading up. You can see windows now covered in rain, as the rain slowly trickles outside. Tetricus walks up to the window. I imagined something nicer. This is a dump.
That's the rogue trader slumming it.
No, the rogue trader is trying to be as functional as humanly possible.
Zamachary walks up to the cogitator. I can use this.
Look, if he hangs on you lot, he's definitely slumming. He's definitely slumming it. So good. Crack on. Do what you need to do. Right. Is there anything that we could approximate to a med bay, or at least a place we can clean up and turn into a medical area?
You very quickly make this medical bench, cleaning it with alcohol, making it sterile, and you now have a little operating room.
Okay, that's good. That's important. I would say make yourself at home. I think we might hit.
Lovely.
Phileas, look. When you say that, Phileas looks at you as if to say, "Do you actually believe that?" But then shakes his head and walks on, as if it's not that
It's
important.
quite roomy. It's much better than my cell at the archive. And look, there's a few bookcases with parchment in it. Let's see what we have here. Could be illuminating.
There are also bookshelves with books, local books from the area.
Yeah. Ariok is putting down, opening it up, reading them. Eyes quickly scanning the pages, absorbing information.
Can I make a suggestion that some of us venture out and take a look around. Some of the less obvious people, because my point is my character unfortunately is quite obvious. So I would suggest perhaps two of you, perhaps Alexandros and Morrigan, you go out and you just take a look around. See what's going on. How about that? Do something.
Tetricus pushes at some of the books and just goes, books. Looks at you. Hear that?
Morgan will look across to Alexandros and say, "Isn't it funny whenever there's something that is potentially dangerous, it's always the psychers who are sent first."
I'm sure there's no correlation in that.
I think it's only as dangerous as you make it.
There are thick floors, heavy curtains, recycled air, and you constantly hear this fan running. It smells clean. The bookshelves line the far walls. They're bolted into the bulkhead. Some of the papers there, it's obvious that some book collector has been here. Someone who's well read. There are survey reports, books on the various houses, some quarantine logs.
Well, Morgan will put down the book that she picked up and was about to read. We'll put it on the desk. We'll take the grape that she's stolen from the room and put it on top of the book. Make sure that her las pistol is strapped to your hip and say, "Shall we?"
Yes, we shall.
Archimedes, you wish to learn how to read? Is that why you're looking at the books?
Tetricus turns around and looks at you. You assuming I don't know how to read. He puts down the book slowly. You can hear it sort of crunching in his hand.
Be careful with that. Though I could maybe teach you to read, or I could read for you sometimes.
I think I was going to say he cuts in and says, "Well, actually, I believe our colleague can most probably read. I doubt an Inquisitor would employ one such as yourself without at least making the effort to make sure you are educated."
He looks up and you see these puppy eyes as he looks at you. Sort of finally someone affirming him. He nods slowly.
Well,
Right.
my apologies for assuming so. What is your favorite sort of book then?
Blue. Or maybe green.
Well, there's plenty of plenty of blue and green books about. Feel free to help yourself.
This one is nice. I like this one.
Yes, the oceanic views and subsurface fauna. Yes, they
Right,
had
well.
plenty interesting things to say.
He
Okay, so Morgan's gonna go outside and scout out the place.
Amazing.
Alexandros goes with her.
Ariok,
Try not to laugh, Matthew.
Ariok,
sorry,
you
what?
gain an inspiration point. And
Thank you.
as you walk around outside, you'll be exploring the port. So there's the checkpoint, of course, which you came from. There's some first services, cargo markets, a cantina, a machine dock, a station for the vigil. There are also the main landing platforms, customs hall. There's a fuel depot, a control tower. There are subterranean cargo vaults, and then there's the outside.
Well, where do you want to go?
I mean, if we're going to try to get information, Cantina's usually got loose lips.
Okay, let's head there.
Awesome. You'll walk up to the cantina and mingle with people. It is currently full of traders as well as people arriving to Weil's hut. Do a charm test. Any of you can do this. To try to mingle and see how well liked you are. You get a -20 to this test. This is a challenging crowd.
I can't pass it.
You can do any fellowship test.
Any fellowship test.
Is there
Inquiry.
Is there
Yeah.
any way they could? Okay.
Any way they
Sorry.
could.
Well, I was just thinking, if their specializations fit in a particular thing, so something like, if they're soldiers and they have knowledge like Imperium War, then they could sort of roll on that and mix with the group that they're familiar with.
Yeah. So if there's
Rather
something
than based
specific
on
you want to look
fellowship.
into, just roll for that knowledge, basically. If there's any particular group or knowledge you would like to inquire about. As you
Well,
step
I
in,
roll.
As you step into the room, you will see these lanterns on the walls, stone walls, and you keep going past these corridors and following the signs in front of you. Lanterns lining the wall in these recycled brass, and the light from the cantina reflecting in the lanterns. As you walk into the cantina, there's this thick air of low smoke. It is filled with off-duty crews, mercs, and you see some of them clanking their mugs, dice rattling around on the table, murals, some of them stained on the ground. An old servitor is still walking around, stumbling around with an amasek, with a leaky hose. You walk in and try to sit down. There's this dim light, and you try to strike up conversations. Or what do you do?
Oh, Morgan
Well,
tries to strike up a
Alexandra-
conversation. I'll be quick. Tries to strike up a conversation, but because she's having to use her psychic power to actually sort of talk in a normal human voice, unfortunately, everyone seems to sort of strike up a conversation with gets a horrible sort of weird feeling, and they sort of just politely nod, get up, and walk off.
Oof. Yeah, you can do a +20 inquiry test as well. Plus 20 inquiry test. Some people recognize you as the servants of the noble.
That's with one.
Very nice. There is a mercenary as you walk up to a table. He laughs and sort of is holding an item. It looks like nothing you've seen before. It's an Archaeotech scope. It is an improved red dot sight. And he explains how he's going to sell these things, and they're going to be used for the hunt. And he's not afraid of the old brood. They don't shut down. They don't strike down on this sort of thing anyway on this planet. He'll find the beast and he'll sell it. Sell the scales, sell this hide. And he's here to try to find it.
Oh,
There's
Morgan will look across at Alexandros. Will basically get herself in shape, maybe undo the top button, and go and basically sit down beside him, dragging Alexandros as well, so that they both sit down and start up a conversation with him. And she's going to start with, so, what is this beast you're going to kill and hunt and skin and, well, just put an end to? What do you know about it?
he will basically tell you the same thing that you learned earlier. Huge creature crawling, gets away, dangerous.
Yes, but these are all the things we've heard before. Obviously, you must have some sort of insight if you plan to put your life in such danger. Or perhaps you're just, well, that kind of person.
He'll grab his jar, his mug in front of him. There's a slight hesitation. He just leans over the table. Who are you anyway? Why do you ask?
And she'll look at Alexandros and say, well, we're here with another noble, unfortunately in his service. I didn't really catch the name, I just call him my lord, but he's just like all the rest of them, pompous, stuck up. Sorry, I shouldn't be speaking this way.
Yeah.
And she'll give Alexandros a nudge to, she sort of say, would you mind speaking up any time?
Well, it is true. He's a little pompous, little prat. But we are paid to keep him safe. And he's interested in hunting this so-called beast of legend. So we're just trying to figure out ways to keep him alive. We don't care if he kills it or not.
You want to know about the flora and the fauna?
Yeah. What kind of beasts are out here, besides this mythological one, that might interest?
He scrapes the mug across the table. Pottergrim doesn't grow things. Pottergrim kills things. But there are 3 kinds of life that you should know. 3. He holds up 3 fingers. And slowly grabs the mug again. He will continue to describe vividly as people around him sort of get bored and lean back and just lean their heads on the benches. Obviously I've heard this before. He describes the ash stalkers, 4-legged, low to the ground. It moves like a ghost, slithering almost like a lizard. And you don't hear them until they're right up next to you. They're very smart. They're attracted to sound. There are furnace drakes, winged creatures of various species. They're blind, but they feel heat and motion. And he sort of mumbles to himself. Last month, one tall, a pilgrim, and I pull him up like this. His arm goes straight off. One swoop, he flies off the side of the vehicle. He thought it looked like a leaky pipe. He died only a few minutes later. And then
And the third?
he goes on to describe some things that crack. Not really machines or beasts, just rumors of some kind of shadow. Some people hear some crackling sound, only at night. Usually at digging sites, people digging or expanding the realms of the various nobles and counselors. As they grow, these things pop out of the ground, and he just makes a line with his hand, flat hand. They don't patrol anymore. Not this place. Dead.
Fascinating. As he talks,
Yes, I
Alexandros waves for a waiter or someone for 3 more drinks. He wants to supply this guy with plenty of drink to maybe loosen his tongue later in the conversation.
Awesome. He gets more and more drunk. As the evening goes on, more and more people... the mood sort of shifts. You look to the door and you will see 2 men wearing coats. 2 figures stepping in. The lantern flickers as the door closes behind them. You can see people reacting visibly, and any of you can roll an event die, it's a D100. Even some of the card players in the corner go quiet. The hunter doesn't move, but you can see his posture sort of tightening. He straightens up, straightens his back.
Was our roll?
Okay.
22.
Yeah.
You guys. Oh my goodness. You're just strolling through this fucking session. Okay. He will, they'll walk inside and you see their faces illuminated. Pale face, clean shaven. They pull their coats off. As people gather in your end of the room, you get more people to talk to.
Oh, here those.
The hunter points behind you. Don't look. They are messages from Weil. They run message. Don't. It's okay. I will get drink. It's okay. He just nods to you.
Run messages.
They run messages to the lady. Yeah. Snitch.
So they're not very popular around here.
You could say that. He grabs the mug.
So as we were saying, that this little beast of legend, you have no way of no plan of attack. You're just gonna run in and
You
hope for the best.
bring light, bring anything. Go in the jungle, deep inside. Persuade the light and pray. It's easy, very easy to find. Turn your engine on. Leave it on. Well, they will come. They will find you. He cracks his knuckles.
They.
Yes. You thought there was only one.
And
What, they
with
run
this,
around in a pack?
Something like that. He sort of murmurs to himself. Anyway, I'm going out at dawn. As the men approach, he lowers his voice. If they ask me questions, I know nothing. If they ask, just
Yeah.
don't say. You hear them sort of walking behind you.
Morgan is sitting there bolt upright, stiff as a board, thinking she's looking casual as hell.
Amazing. Yeah, they just walk right past you. He breathes. Thank you. Thank you. Taking a last sip. Anyway, I leave tomorrow. If you want to join me, we can meet.
Could be fun.
Indeed. Indeed. And if it all goes horribly wrong, well, yeah. And with this, she'll sort of rub her fingers together.
He nods and just grabs his mug and just looks at you, your face, Morgan. You know what we have in common?
Hmm?
You and I are equally fucked. And he just grabs the mug and stumbles across the floor, leans up against the wall.
You hear that, Morgan? You're equally fucked.
Yeah. Rather perceptive.
Yes.
Anyway, as fun as this been, how about we head back and spend some quality time with our overlord?
Sure.
You see the three men walking closer to you. They just walk in the middle of the room and the hunter sort of stumbles, shifting a foot on the wrong table. He hooks it around the table and he just stumbles right on the floor in front of the two men. They stop and you hear, neatly. And you see them picking him up.
Or perhaps not.
Yeah, we should probably see where they're taking him.
Well, he is our friend, after all.
Of course. An old acquaintance.
Although I would like to point out, as she starts walking towards them, as they're walking away, I think he's more fucked than me now.
Oh no.
He's relying on us to be the cavalry.
True.
And she's just going to follow them, see where they're taking them, at a respectful distance, of course.
Well, they shake him up a little bit. You hear at one point, "Don't lie, I'll know." Looking over the shoulder, they begin pulling him out of the room. You want to follow them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do a stealth test. -10
Okay.
for both of you.
Stealth.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Six
I'm
nats.
going to use
Six.
inspiration to reroll that.
sounds good.
Please do. You have a target of 26.
Well, this time with 1 degree of failure.
All he thought was, you look ahead, Morrigan. You're just swiftly moving through the shadows. What happens, Chris? Why are you not quiet?
Well, that table that our friend earlier hooked his foot on seems to have gotten in my way as well. As I just, my foot collides with the leg and just makes a loud dragging noise as the table moves a few feet.
Yeah, you hear the wood
shocked.
screeching on the stone floor.
They just stand there looking guilty as hell, just like staring.
And as
You
you
might
look
have-
at the back of Morgan's head, you can actually hear the screeching sound has caused her physical pain.
You'll see them slowly turn around and they look annoyed. Yeah, one of them sort of opens his trench coat, steps towards you, and he just looks down on you. Need a hand?
Alexandro's trying to save the situation. Starts slurring his words. Oh, that's all right. I was just following my friend there. We had a few drinks together. And,
Do a deceive
And
test
she'll-
at -10.
bloody hell. 5 degrees of failure.
You want to borrow my inspiration?
I'm gonna spend a fate point to.
No, take an inspiration.
He pulls your hood back. He's wearing a black trench coat. He has a sort of black trimmed goatee. No hair on his head. He pulls your hood back. Emperor protect. You look like you've been in a furnace. What happened to you? That's vile.
Well, very close to a furnace. See, I've got this flamer, and I was trying it out,
Wait,
and
you
I
have
guess
a
I
flamer?
didn't connect the. Well, not on me,
Yeah.
but it's back in my locker in the room.
He like takes out a badge. You don't see exactly what it is, and he sort of flickers it in front of you. It reflects the light from the lumen. It's shiny. Security. I'm going to have to look at what you have. Open your coat.
Security. Alexandros opens his coat. Doesn't really have anything on him.
What do you have on you? What do you have with you?
With me, I'm literally it's just his armor is not where he doesn't have any normal weapons on him or gear. It's all back at the
He begins
little
suspecting your
lodge
armor.
area.
You're heavily armored. Any reason why?
Well, as we were talking about that flamer instance, I learned my lesson the hard way. Alexandra pulls off his glove, little wink, swirls his little mechanical digits. Yeah, so I tend to like to stay armored up now. I've my legs and arms, kind of had part of the accident. So yes, armor helps protect what's left.
Yeah. Just nods. Right. You can attempt a deceive test. You see the other guard going up to security panel. He opens it.
Morgan's gonna slip into the crowd. So she's gonna slip into the crowd and peace out.
Well, if that's all you want, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on my way.
He'll hold your armor. Where's the lady you were traveling with? He looks around.
Oh, that's Strumpet? No idea. She turned me down.
Awesome. You can see a red lumen blinking on the panel next to the other guard. And he looks at you, trying to search you. Do you have any records or proof of your identity or any forged documents or why you're here?
Nope.
No? Nothing on you? You have nothing on you?
Nothing.
Okay. Fair enough. He will search you. Look at you and just... no. He just drops you. Alright. I'm gonna say you return to the suite to the others and walk inside and you will smell this like stench of low smoke and alcohol and this horrible amasec stench fills the room instantly as they enter. It is intense.
And as they, just gonna say, as they come through the door, you'll catch the end of a conversation between Morgan and Alexandros, where Morgan's saying, "I knew you had it. That's why I left."
Yeah, they totally bought all of it.
See, I had faith in you.
Sorry. Sorry, what? So, did you find anything, or is there anything we should know? Any instances?
Well, it seems
Alexandros
that
almost got picked up by security.
Yeah, that.
I
Were they
will
local
look at.
security, or were they part of the vigil?
No, they said security, but they're working for Weil, so.
Right, so you've announced yourself to the person we're chasing. That may not be so good. Oh well.
Samakri looks annoyed as you approach.
The longer we stay here, the more clogged my filtration plugs become. I dread the smell of this poisonous smoke you bring in. What are we even doing here? The longer we stay, the more they know about us.
Well,
Do you want to
I
tell
was
about our
trying to
new
look at the
arrangements?
survey report. This lodging has a trove of valuable documents, I believe. The survey report. There are journals telling of pace of the different sort of residences and bases upon the planet. We could find out much here.
Or we could do something useful, which is go and follow what we found out.
which is
Which is that there is a Merc, bounty hunter, one of the two. He's going out tomorrow to hunt the big legend. And we have been invited to tag along.
okay. That might make sense. So while we're hunting,
He may have been arrested.
so what you're saying is he may not. Mind you, if we can get him out, then he most probably owe us a favor or two, which may be useful.
If you could get him out.
Well, yes. Okay. When I meant me, I mean just the team as a whole, which does include me. Right. Okay.
He also has some equipment as well, which may be useful. And as I say, if we are able to bag the beast, then I think that's a good way into to Lucia's estate, don't you?
Well, it will definitely. It will mean there will be less questions, which is always a good idea.
Also, if Lucia herself is on the hunt as well, we might be able to grab her away from her home security.
I have I have very much doubt that she, because she's retreated to this. They've all retreated to this world, so I doubt very much they will be gallivanting off. Gallivanting off and hunting.
Yes,
I
but
think that is actually the exact thing they would do. They have
never
been driven from their
underestimate.
place of operations. They are wanting to feel some sort of comfort. This is their safe place. This is their base of operations, right?
Indeed, never underestimate the
no, this is a
arrogance,
place-
the nobility, or the ecclesiarchy.
Well, I have a feeling what I don't underestimate is their paranoia, and senior people generally tend to be far more paranoid than most. But you could be right, so it may be worth getting this guy out.
Sumacri murmurs.
The hunt is just an excuse for her to get rid of our competition. Someone always dies. She's the one who arranges it. Use your brain, if you have one.
Clearly not.
Annoyed gets up as the chair screeches.
Meaning that
and
not
walks
only
over
could we
to them.
perhaps gain access to her, but if we were able to identify whoever the individual she's targeting is, we could gain an ally or a useful puppet asset.
Well, either way, we have to go and get this guy out. Do you know where he's been taken?
So, unfortunately, we weren't able to follow them.
You said he was arrested by local security, yes?
They called themselves security, yes.
Then
He
it's your
described them
decided
as,
reason that he's taken to the local security outpost.
Sorry, you were saying
They were indeed that.
he described them as...
Niches, information seekers,
Tetricus
possibly
steps up on the
possibly some
carpet.
sort of secret police.
He walks up on the soft carpet. Why don't we just tell the gods what to do? Tell them to give him to us.
Well, we can ask. I don't think we could. We could. Well, maybe able to demand. I could say I need him for the hunt. That might be a good plan. Well done. That's a good idea. Let's go over there and demand that they release him. Demand him that he's helping us. He's going to be our retainer.
I will
He
point
cracks
out
his
that he was
huge
afraid
knuckles.
of them.
Else.
Yes.
You were saying that, Alexandros?
I would like to point out that the hunter was scared of these police and what he might tell them. So who knows what state we'll find him in.
Rain drips on the windows outside.
Okay. Well, shall we get in there and see what we can get? Shall we?
I believe that is the right course of action, yes.
So, okay, let's just... well, we can start at the bar where he went and where you were, and maybe we can find our way to wherever they took him. Perhaps the people in the bar will know where he's gone. So, anyway, let's
As Morgan's doing up her top button again, she says, I have to warn you that they do seem to be very well trained in anti-interrogation techniques.
The mercenary or the security guards?
Security.
The mercenary.
Anyway, okay, lead us back to this bar wherever you went to, and we can start there, I suppose.
Awesome. You all move towards the bar. As you approach, you'll see that it's died down, quiet. It's almost closing. You just see a few people leaning over the tables. They're some are gambling, cards. No sight of the guards that you saw the last time. Tetricus towers over the people as he walks in. He just lights up a low stick and he walks up to the bar. Puts a hand on the table, and you see the people around, on the chairs around him, sort of scoot away, making room for him. He looks around the bar with an intimidating gaze.
Is there is it a table service or is there bar? Well, I'll look.
No table service anymore, so you would have to go up.
Okay, so he will walk up to the bar and say, "Barkeep, may I have a drink?"
It's a balding man with big, friendly eyes. He looks at you and taps his chrono. Close soon.
Don't worry, I won't be around for long. Just got a question, actually.
He nods.
There was a gentleman in here earlier on. My two employees were talking to him, and he was taken away by some people. Do you know where they would have taken him?
He is cleaning a glass. Don't know him. Your friend? Is he your friend?
Yes. I was hoping to sort of gain his friendship as an employee, just because he's quite the skilled hunter by all accounts. So, and I'm in the.
He nods. You can do a charm test.
I will do that very thing. Charm. Here we go. 1 degree of success.
He nods. Well, they take them to the station. Yes, he's probably still there, resting.
Oh, right.
He will be okay. He will be okay.
He'll be okay.
He nods and smiles. Yeah, don't worry. He, by the guardhouse out in the courtyard. Yeah.
Right.
He's okay. Yeah. He nods.
Okay, so will they let him out later, or?
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Nodding.
How much later?
Maybe days. Maybe hours.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's. Which way to this guardhouse? Could you sort of give us some directions, please?
He sort of narrows his brow. You're not going there, are you?
Well, I need to speak to him. I need him.
Difficult.
You'll hear a clink on the table as Morgan slides over a throne to him.
He just smiles in your direction. Yes. Just go. Be friendly. Don't look danger, and you will be okay. He nods. They will talk with you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
He nods.
My character leaves and. Sorry, Phileas leaves and heads towards the guardhouse.
Okay.
Many thanks for your assist. Wait for me, young master.
As you walk outside, you will be walking down these metal ladders and metal grit surfaces. You get further and further down. You will see through the rain that there is a guard house outside. As you step out to the perimeter wall, there's this mist in the forests beyond the port. A small guardhouse looks like the one he pointed out.
Right. Well. I'll head in.
Alexandros will hear beeping in his ear. Says as Morgan points him. No, Alexandros.
Oh right.
What?
Okay.
What's up?
Well,
It'll actually just be Morgan will just come on and point to him and say, I think we should potentially hold back on this one.
Probably good idea.
There's a metal
didn't
cube
notify-
that you see with the dim red lights on the roof. There's a single pressure door, 2 observation slits, and you can see rain sort of dripping on the metallic surfaces.
Yes, I'm not much use in close confines.
so I'm going to knock on the door politely.
You knock. A little time passes. Anyone can roll an event die. 1d100.
I'll tell you what, I'll do that because it's been a while since I've rolled one of those, so I think I'll do that. Here we go. Excuse me, the last one I did was very good.
Yeah, but it's not been a while. 46.
Again? Damn.
I rolled up. Well, actually, I don't think anyone's rolled above 50, have they?
No, yeah.
No.
You roll.
Not on that roll, no.
The door opens. The guard is standing there. He looks in your direction. Who are you?
I was wondering whether whether I could talk to someone with regard to a hunter you picked up recently. I believe he was quite inebriated, and I believe you have taken him away. I was trying to hire his services, and I was wondering whether there was anything I could do to sort of...
Processing is closed. The drunk stays until the shifts change.
When does the shift change, please?
If you're here for him, you're wasting time. He assaulted a dock worker, and he broke his scanner. You hear this sound in the background. I didn't break anything!
Well, it does sound like the young man
Sit
is not
still, you
processing yet.
The first guard gestured. Move along, this isn't a spectacle.
Oh, I sort of...
If you want him out, you need a real reason.
When you say a real reason, I could... If he has inflicted damage and caused harm, I could definitely pay for anything that he has done, if that is sufficient.
He puckers his lip and sort of looks over his shoulders. Yeah. Okay. And you can do a commerce test at a -20.
God damn it. Commerce, here we go. -20. Well, I'm alright at commerce. Not fantastic.
Having haggled and bartered your way to try to grow the sum of money that you're carrying around.
Jesus Christ. Yes, is the answer to that question.
I think that should be a -20, not a +20.
Oh, that's true, actually.
5 degrees
But
then.
I still...
That's
That still succeeds, though, so that's still...
No, that's
4 degrees, yeah.
more than enough. What do you say?
So,
You
so
basically have
basically...
more than enough for what it is.
Yes. Sorry, I did screw that roll up.
Yeah.
But it's
So-
fine.
He'll look at the throne you're holding out. Sort of smiles to himself. Okay. And why do you want him?
He's a skilled hunter by all accounts, and I'm in need of a skilled hunter. So, we're going.
Release. You hear this voice in the background as a chair screeches, and the man hobbles out of the room. Thank you. Thank you.
And I will pay him the thrones, and I will say, you need to follow me. I think
I'm glad you can lead on me. I'll help you. Come on.
My name is Aid. What's your name?
My name is Phileas.
He walks out in the rain. His wet hair. Sort of...
And his is Ariok. If you could follow us.
Yes. He smiles. Hand on your shoulder. He limps along. I hurt my foot. Sort of limping along as his boots splash in the puddles of water.
We can probably take a look once we're back in the lodge.
Yes, we definitely can. Okay, you're
an angel.
Yes, I think I am. So, my colleagues tell me you're a hunter of some skill. Is that correct?
Very skilled. Very skilled.
Good, because we're going to do some hunting, and I want to bag something big enough for me to impress, well, some important people, to get into their good graces.
Still drunk, is just dragging him through the wet rain and puddles. We hunt now. I love it.
No.
Let's go.
No.
Let's go. We hunt now. Come on, we go. He starts like pumping your chest.
And I'm going to get my bodyguard to pick him up.
Come on.
What's the bodyguard's name again? Sorry. Etricus. I'm going to get Etricus to pick him up and carry him back to our house, our apartment or room or whatever it is.
Very good.
I'm hoping the other two will join us at some point.
He drags.
Oh no, we were just in the back.
Okay, good. So yeah, that's fine.
He drags him back to the chambers, puts him in a chair. Wet.
Let's have a look at that butt now, shall we?
He puts it up. Oh, careful.
That's definitely sprained.
I
Give me a moment.
sprained it. Yeah. Oh. It's damaged.
Now, I believe this is going to hurt a bit. As he tries to, fix it up to be the correct position.
Shall I make... I'll assist. So, Phileas assists with a Medicaid roll.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So should I...
Yep. You can roll. Medicaid.
There we go. He's even better than me. So between us, we bandage up his foot and sort of immobilize it, so he can walk on it without actually any pain. Right. Okay. Well, I think you've had enough to drink, so you can sleep that off in that chair.
Thank you. Thank you all. You are the best.
It is no problem at all.
I like to think so.
With you, Master Aid.
Yes. Tomorrow we hunt. You and me. Yes. He stumbles over to the bed. Sits down. With that, as he slumps down in the bed, we can round off this game. And feel free to keep talking or role-playing. Everybody gets 300 XP. And awesome to see you. 300 XP. There you go. I'll see you next week. Same time.
Same bat channel, same bat time.
Feel free to keep role-playing or talking anything in-game.
Right.
This has been quite a day. Hope Mr. Master Aid will recover soon. I am very excited to hear what he has to tell us about the hunting and the methods of this planet.
My character looks unsure about him. Because he seems to be talking a good fight, but he's not sure whether he can actually provide that. But we'll see. If he can provide us with what we need, we should get access to her domain.
Well, if anything, we've secured ourselves some live bait.
Well, we'll just have to see. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully between us we should have enough skills to capture or kill this creature and then take it as a trophy.
No, at least nothing else. I have the master bomb that Mistress Morgan bade me bring.
I'm sorry?
You asked if somebody could bring the melter bomb. I brought the melter bomb.
Oh, Chica.
Okay.
By the Emperor.
Well, it might be useful. You never know. If it's a big creature, we might need it.
Indeed.
But we'll see.
I'll let you attach it to it.
Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Indeed. I believe it is time for these old bones to turn in and have a good nap. If I have any time in the morning, I shall see if I can go over the records that show the service of the Lady Vale's lands.
You'll see Morgan suddenly jump to life and rush over to the book that she was reading earlier on, or about to, and retrieve the grape from on top of it and put it back in a little case type thing and put it in her pocket, and then pick up the book and start to read.
My character looks at her putting the treasured grape away, a bit confused, and says, "Is that a souvenir? You might want to preserve it. It might rot if you don't preserve it. Well, in fact, it will definitely rot. It's a piece of fruit." But anyway, my character will head over towards a bed, take off his armor, and get some rest, because it's been a busy day, and he's done a lot of talking and a lot of thinking, and that's always a bit of a tough. Always a tough one.
Alexandros will turn in as well.
And Morgan will just curl up on the floor, the hard bit of the floor, with a wee lamp and just start reading. And I think that's us.
I think so.
Yeah, that I think rounds things off.
Indeed. Okay, people, I shall see you same bat time, same bat channel. Cheers, guys.
And by the way, Phileas, 10 years from this point, a rogue trader delegation will attempt to find you as the last living heir of the House of Mexican.
No, they won't, because I doubt my character will live that long. He works for the Inquisition. He works for the Inquisition. He may not last that long, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Fingers
exactly,
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Rogue Trade
But
affiliate.
I doubt it very much. But it would be quite cool, though, wouldn't it? Have my own ship.
Yeah.
That would just be
Alright,
very
fellas.
useful.
I will
None of
Cheers,
us-
guys.
Cheerio.
Just
Yeah, I'm also gonna retire for the night. Have a good
No
one,
worries.
guys.
so
Take it easy.
Bye.
yeah.
Can't do it for him last time.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? It was a funny scene in the bar, but yeah, it was. I don't know why every role-playing game everybody has to go to a fucking bar. It always ends up, but it was good. It was fun.
Because what do you call it? Generally, most people drink alcohol, and because that's generally where you can get information, because people just sit there and shout at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, I don't.
Especially with soft duty sort of workers.
Problem is, I've been to too many real bars, so I know all the conversations you have in bars are fucking trash.
Yeah, but it's cliche for a reason.
Yeah.
I was actually wanting to go outside.
I've never gotten useful information in a bar ever, and I've been in a lot of bars. There's never been a point where I've been like, "Oh, this would have been great if I was a detective. This place would have been."
What did he? What did he look like? Well, he was a tallish, sort of smallish man. I think he was maybe light haired or no, it was dark haired. No, it could have just been dark. What color coat was he wearing? Blue? As in the CCTV, it was green. Yeah, green. No, it was blue. Yeah. I did giggle. So did.
What kind of books do you like? Blue. No,
No.
way, green.
Well, in all fairness, it seems like, something an Ogren would say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, can Tetricus actually read?
You know, the best movies have an ambiguous ending. I'm gonna leave it open for interpretation. Can he read? Can he not read? It's like art. Good art is never obvious.
Morgan has faith in him. She thinks he can read. Or else, how would he read? How would he have read the what he called Imperial Guard instruction manual,
There you go.
which you have to read every night?
Yeah. There's simply no way around it.
And as he's a member of the Inquisition, obviously he knew it off by heart. So he was very diligent in his reading.
Oh yeah.
And it's not that it just has lots of pretty pictures.
He mostly looks at the pictures.
Don't we all really, though? Yeah. Like Morgan's reading a picture book on vampires at the moment.
Yeah. That's the vampire books and women. I mean, that's a little dubious. It's like
No, I actually mean like proper 40k vampires.
Oh,
Are they demons? Are they entities from the warp? Or are they something that's been around since as long as mankind?
probably the last.
Both? Or all three? A thesis on the discussion on the Strigossi by High Ecclesiarch something or other.
Yeah.
Right, I have 1200 points. I'm gonna put it all into weapon skill.
1200, that's crazy.
If I want if I want 5 points of weapon skill, I have to spend 1200.
For a +5? What?
Each has got +10 at the moment. I'm not going to. I just wanted to use. I just wanted to use the spear once and hit something.
Yeah, it would be uncharacteristic and fun, I guess.
That's the pokey end, right?